y'all doing out there? This is Present for Life. We bring you the sad stories and always keep it real. I am Mace, aka Shotler, with my co-host,
a.k.a. Darnell Smith, Manteen. Today, this is Present for Life. Today, we coming with Miss Lisa. Miss Lee? Miss Lee.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and start it off. First of all, how you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you guys doing?
We are okay. We just want you to go ahead and enlighten people on the services that you provide, how you also help with mental health, us standing present and also people standing outside in the free world. It's a big thing. We all deal with the same mental health problems and all of that.
Sure. Okay, I'm happy to be with you guys today. My name is Michelle Lee, and I own Hey Sis Retreats. I actually started this because when I first gave birth, as a first-time mom, I went through postpartum depression that almost killed me. And so it's very important that we take mental health and make it a priority first in our lives. The retreats are for self-love, for therapeutic healing, for self-care, mental health relief. We do life-changing experiences like Reiki healing and yoga and different ways to do sound bath for sound healing, along with wellness services like art therapy, spa services, and things like that. So that's me. What we do for different women and men is host different events all year long where they can feed back into themselves a little bit. So by putting yourself here first, that looks different for everyone. It could be joining a book club with us, going on a weekend retreat, getaway at a home with different wellness services. Or we do spa hopping where we'll have events at different spas that women and men can come to do sound bath healing, talk to a therapist one-on-one or virtually, or we do art therapy sessions.
Okay.
Where y'all located? What's your location and
Sure.
where y'all located at?
So we're in the DMV area. I do everything virtually, or I use different spas all over Maryland, Virginia, and DC. We don't have a set location because we think that if we're on the internet, we can reach more guests. So we do that, and then we just do downtown events, Columbia, Maryland, Owings Mills, Maryland, Washington, D.C., downtown and near the Capitol. Also in Virginia, we do Tyson's Corner, Arlington. So it just depends wherever we are needed the most. We kind of do an analysis for different zip codes and then go there and do community events as well. And we partner with nonprofits who do free mental health resources every month, so once a month.
Okay.
But we can be found online.
Okay, I was just reacting.
Yeah.
Website.
Sure. Yep. Sure. So our Instagram is Hey Sis Retreats with an S at the end. You can find everything there. Our website is really for when we have events. So it's almost like a link that'll take you to our given event or events for the entire month. It's not a website where you're just going and shopping. It's an intentional link that you can actually read the services that that event or events for that month is giving, and you can choose one to come to. Most of them are free, or they're going to be very affordable, less than $20 an event. And if there is a ticketed event, it's because we plan to feed you well. We usually have book authors that will give away free books, sign them, do meet and greets for free. So our events, if it's ticketed, it comes with a lot. If it's free, it comes with a lot as well.
Okay, can you elaborate on the therapy, how important therapy is in our community? Because it's like a taboo thing for us,
Sure.
like male and female, like being black. We think it's not okay to talk to somebody. I need you to elaborate a little bit more and go into detail how important it is for us.
Of course. So when I was growing up, my friends always called me the counselor or the advisor, and that could be because I'm a Libra. But mental health is very important. I went through my own mental health issues before becoming a therapist, and I will tell you that your therapist needs a therapist. The world is really giving us turns and different ways that we may not expect. And when you actually go to therapy, that is a way of self-care. It is a way of going into life saying, okay, I'm open to talk about the things that's bothering me, and I'm open to heal what I don't know I need to heal. I started to be an art therapist as of last fall, and it's rewarding to me because people don't understand the traumas that they are holding in the back of their mind. So when we do art therapy, we give you a blank canvas or a theme canvas. We give you different colors, and your mind, depending on how you feel after we meditate, takes you on a journey where you know you need to heal. Most people don't think they need to heal. Most people have been taught not to say anything to anyone in your household. You may have been told to stay in a child's place. You may have been told your feelings do not matter, but it does. And so it is very important, no matter what form of therapy you do, whether you talk to a therapist or just do art therapy, that you get it out. Why? Because you're holding on to so much. So it's rewarding to me to see someone plaster their feelings on a canvas and never even know they were holding on to something 20 years ago, 12 years ago, 12 months ago. And then they'll look at the picture and say, wow, I really released that. And that's a form of release. You don't know how you need therapy until you do therapy. There's so many different therapies that if you don't want to talk, you can come and draw art and think about how that works for you. There's different therapies where you can swim in a pool and a therapist just watch what you do while you're in a pool, and it'll tell us about your traumas and how you need to heal. So it's very important that you talk to someone or you seek the therapy that you need no matter what. And everyone has free resources. A free resource I can give you today, free mental health therapy that you don't have to pay for, is Mamie Baltimore, NAMI Baltimore. They are the nation's largest mental health advocacy. They handle the Ravens players, the Oriole players, and just small communities that you and I are in that some people just can't afford care. Mamie Baltimore. They're one of my partners, and they actually give you free mental health therapists that you don't have to pay for.
Okay.
Really good. Like, Vegas is one of the places I would definitely visit when I get released.
Yes.
Because I know myself still hold on to a lot.
Exactly. Yes, and for the men, I'm sorry, let me address men really quickly. For the men who are in you guys' situation and you guys are, looking for a light at the end of the tunnel, there are resources. We do have some on our pages where you can get free art therapy session, that you can go ahead and talk to a therapist. And we also help you to get health insurance and things like that if you don't have it. So just a little gem.
Definitely appreciate you coming through, enlightening us on mental health. Can you please allow us to know where to find you at again for the people?
Of course. Sure. So at Sis Retreats, it's HEYSIS Retreats, RETREATS. We are highly on Instagram, and we do have a Facebook page. If you visit that, we actually have videos, previews of our house retreats, where we cater to our guests. It comes all inclusive with meals, sometimes massages, sometimes facials, different therapy healing circles, a bonfire, yoga in the morning, and just a relaxing stay. And then we do mini day retreats where you can just come to a spa and get everything you need in 3 hours if you, of course, can't spend a night at a home or anything like that. So Hey Sis Retreats is going to be on Instagram and Facebook. The website, like I said, is more link-based because for events, but you'll find more on the actual page. And people can DM us for free for mental health tips, not therapy, because we cannot give anyone therapy through any type of messaging, but mental health tips.
Okay. So basically you said if your mind good, everything else is good.
Amen. That's right, because your mind feeds your body and your soul. So remember that.
Okay. We appreciate you and thank you. You are definitely a lifesaver because there's a lot of that going on. Mental health is really real in the community and behind the wall. A lot of these people don't deserve to be locked. They don't deserve to be locked up. They need to be getting therapy.
Yes. They need to be rehabilitated. You are right. So we'll try that. We're going to try to get into those programs where we're helping right now. Right now, we only have programs with mothers because mothers were killing themselves and their children. So we built a program around that through the pandemic so that children and mothers wouldn't suffer. I know you guys heard that a lot on the news where mothers were taking their own lives and their children's lives. So that's what we're working on now. But in November, try to interview me again. We are doing Mental Health Awareness Month just for men. And I will have some more tips and free stuff for everyone, for men only this time. So November is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
That's good. That's good.
Yep.
So we always ask this question on Prison to Life with the people that we interview. If you could talk to your younger self, what would you tell your younger self?
That's an awesome question. Wow. You know, my younger self went through so much. And you know what I would tell her? I wouldn't tell her to do anything different. I would tell her to be strong through it all and try not to cry so much because whatever I went through when I was young built me for who I am today. And I truly believe that. I believe that everything I went through, whether it was bad, from molestation to all the way to, being discriminated against with jobs. Everything I went to led me up to this point because right now I don't need a job. Right now I am helping other younger women who were also molested or raped, mothers through postpartum. So every time I go through something, I change it into, my really life stepping stone. Like, how can I get past this? Maybe even monetize this and then show someone else. So for my younger self, I would just say, don't cry so much. You got this. Stay stronger.
That's good. I like that. That's deep.
Yep.
I like that. That's good. Definitely. That's how you pay forward. Work change.
Yep, just trying to change and help everyone I can touch. And so, even with men, we don't do a ton with men, but we will. And I've always get asked that, like, can you do more for men? So we plan on having an all men's retreat. And we also just want to encourage more men. If you're better with your mental, your household will be. Your household will fall in place if you're better with your mental. So right now, if there is a man who doesn't believe in therapy, but his whole house needs it as well, none of them will get it because the man leaves the house, if that makes sense. We've seen it over and over again. So we want you guys to just take that step, get the mental health you need, and then lead your family into it. Because a lot like you, when I was younger, we were crazy if we went to talk to a therapist or a counselor. Something was wrong with you.
It's like something always crazy.
Exactly.
But a lot of times you need to talk, man.
You need to talk.
That would help a lot of us. The situations that we be in, some of us be having so much pent up energy, and when it come out wrong.
So it comes out wrong. Or it comes out too strong, because all the time you are not wrong. It just might come out too strong. What you need to do is talk to someone neutral, because then you have in your mind that there's no judgment. You don't know me. So now we need to, I can open up more and I can talk. So we are going to do more with the men's. I had to do what I needed, because once I feel like I need something to the postpartum, I wanted to help other moms. But now we're going into households. So when I do go talk to those moms, I can see if there's a man in the house, that the whole house is broken when it comes to therapy altogether. The mom might be going, maybe the child might be going, but the man isn't going.
Right.
Yeah. And sometimes it can help you. Yes. Sometimes it can help you with your own relationships too.
Right.
Yep. So it's okay.
When I was younger, and I tried to talk to people when it came up, like, I didn't want to say too much.
Right.
I might get myself in trouble.
Right. When you should be open to talk. So we are going to do more stuff with men, and I am teaching my son all of this right now. You have to say something, because no one doesn't know. And if you can't trust anyone, then you don't want to say nothing. So he can trust me always. And so we got to do that. A lot of things started when y'all was little, and y'all don't even realize how it trickled into now.
Yeah, tell him always, if you feel like you say, always can come to you. If you don't ever, it's all right to be different. Don't ever feel like it's okay to be different. Don't ever let them know that it's okay to be different. You don't have to be like everybody else.
That's right. We're not doing no following. We leading.
Right.
We lead whatever path you want to go.
Reach that difference.
That's right.
That you will talk from everybody else.
That's right. If everybody going right, you don't have to go right. What feels good for you? What resonates with you? And that's how I do my therapy. Get out of that old thinking that somebody taught you how to do stuff this way. Relearn yourself. Relove yourself again. But we all grew up in those families, especially Black families, where we were actually taught that you don't say nothing outside this household. Whatever goes on in here is in here. You don't go telling the school teacher nothing. We've been like that for a while now. And it's not that you can't tell anyone, but you're supposed to have a trusting relationship with your parents first. Some of that gets broken. And then it trickles down to relationships. And now I can't trust this woman because I already know, my mama did this. Like, it does that. It did it to me. My dad wasn't great as a father or a man to my mother. So then it had me feeling a certain way as a woman. And so I'm like, now I can't trust none of them. Because if my father will lie to me like that, when y'all do have children, or if y'all do, set the record straight with your girls, because you're the first man. If you have a son, set the record straight with your son, because you're the first role model. Come on now. Now you gotta do what you have to do, because then he's looking at you like, well, if my dad don't cry, I'm not crying. Stop telling boys not to cry. No, tell him to feel it and sit in it. How does that feel to you? If you don't want to feel embarrassed like this again, then you make sure that you stand up for yourself. If you don't want to feel heartbroken like this again, you make sure that you stand up for yourself. You have to. Don't tell these boys not to cry. Y'all need to cry, because that's how that anger gets built, and then you make those wrong decisions like you said earlier. But here we are. So we have a lot of work to do. But I believe in y'all.
Break those generational curses.
Exactly. But I believe in y'all, and when y'all do come home, because it is a date on when you will come home, you can have an art therapy session with me. You won't believe how it will change your life. Yep. You're welcome.
Definitely. That was good. That was like, I just got a session. I just gave me a session right now. I feel better. I feel a lot better right now. I feel real good. I'm like,
anytime.
I feel real good. I'm smiling. Oh, man, I feel feeling peachy right now.
Just good.
Before we get out of here, Ms. Lee, can you tell us the official day coming up? If you have anything coming up?
Yeah, sure. I have a lot of stuff coming up from June to November. So every month from now until November, we are doing monthly mental health sessions. It'll be like people or less, where I'm inviting my expert friends, whether they're children's therapists, family therapists, book authors, doctors, real estate brokers, to come and speak in front of people in the community that need it. People look at us and say, wow, she has this or he has that. How can I have that when we were just like them only 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago? I wanted everyone to know that they can do it too. Take a little bit from everyone what their mental health tips were to get where they were, the steps to write a book. So we are feeding back in the community one event at a time from now until November, and November will be for the men's event, solely for men. And other than that, I just have a couple art therapy sessions coming up group wise that people book from now and then. But for the community events, it's the intimate mental health conversations.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you nothing but the best, man.
I appreciate it.
Well, we definitely appreciate you stopping us. This has been Prison Delight. We bring you funny stories, sad stories, and always keep it real. Shout out to Miss J, Miss J Renee, for always holding it down. Shout out to BTW for bringing this to you. You can find them at IG, Behind the Wall Mentors, and always subscribe to the YouTube page, Prison Delight, youtube.com/Prison Delight. See y'all next time.
Alright, this AKA Darnell Smith, Manteen, and that's the end. That's a wrap for our show. We thank y'all. That was a nice show.